and special to these other service to self entities. They have destroyed this soul and detached themselves from this soul ages and eons ago. And they have infiltrated all the levels and branches of government and all of these gangs, the Knights of Malta, the Teutonic Knights, the Jesuits. These are controlled by demon entities, and they create further grandiose entities called egregores. And how they do that is they have rituals and ceremonies and to create these egregores. So what will happen is some powerful Roman families like the Friscobaldi, Aldobrandini, Farnese, Borgia, all of these criminal families who have the reins of power. If you want to know who's running the show on the physical plane, you have to go to demon-infested Rome and the families that have controlled Rome. And their other corporations, i.e. Paris, London and Bonn in Germany. And, of course, by extension, DC, Wall Street and the Zionists. So they are all controlled by Italian families, rest assured, and Germanic families. Because of the Holy Roman Empire, which was once Roman and German. And so, and the German families would be the Rothschilds, the Bauers, the Windsors, or the Habsburg-Gothers, the Habsburgs, the Hanovers, and all of these, the Guelphs, the black nobility, basically. Black because their deeds are black. And these families, they get together in pacts, in covens. They are witches, covens of witches, den of thieves. They are Pharisees. They are offspring of vipers. They have no source connection. All they want to do is rule at all costs, no matter how, even if they suffer. For instance, chemtrails, which are toxic, and all of these horrible fluoride in the water and all of this poison that they're putting everywhere, chemicals. This is deliberate because they are masters at destroying the souls of other beings. And they teach disgusting practices such as eating the carcasses of dead sentient beings called animals. They believe that since animals don't speak and express their disgust at being murdered and slaughtered and cut, butchered into tiny pieces and then barbecued and grilled and boiled and roasted to be devoured by unconscious human beings. This is a religion. This is a slanderous, blasphemous religion to keep us reincarnating. For they know that if the blood is impure of a jiva, such as you and I, we will have to reincarnate on this place to taste more blood. And so their goal is to teach us that it is cuisine to eat meat. Oh, you've got rabbit. Eat rabbit and you can have a rabbit heart. Eat chicken and you can have a yellow-livered chicken, gutless personality. Eat cows so you can be chattel for the elite. Eat sheep so you can be sheeple for the churches. Eat duck so you can be a coward. Eat swine so you can be swine-hearted. You are what you eat. And so eat goat so you can be a sacrificial goat and go to war and fight for these elite. You see, off you go, Christian soldiers, off you go to war. We shall make the uniforms as we've done before.
But now, do these families themselves, when they, let's say, do they reincarnate into the same family? Do they have a soul upon birth, or is it lost through the course of life in the course of ritual?
No, they know the rituals. This is why they love to keep their bloodlines pure, because they know how to keep incarnation in their family lines. So Queen Elizabeth, for instance, which would be a demon from probably Queen Mary, she would probably go back to Queen Mary, Bloody Mary. She's the one who used to line up Christians with her machines and butcher them, and she used to bathe in the blood of virgins. This would be Queen Elizabeth, undoubtedly. And so their families, they keep reincarnating into the same families, whereas we're lost. We don't have genealogies where we don't have rituals. We've lost our We've lost our ancestor worship.
Well, now you mentioned before this notion that the Copernican age actually helped to put us into a trap, a hierarchical trap, as opposed to most people being under the impression that actually that liberated us from the confines of the Catholic Church's dogma and control structure. How would you say that this actually enslaved us with the notion of the globe and our place within a greater cosmos? How would you say that actually enslaved us?
Well, I can simplify the whole enslavement of mankind by pointing out three individuals that have caused more harm, unbeknownst to them probably, than any other individual. So Darwin and his buffoonery of the monkey man theories, which are hinging on the work of Copernicus, the ball, the globe, and Copernicus, of course, being Aristotelian, Aristotle. And those three are the most harmful individuals and harmfully influential individuals of history. Aristotle is the cause and origin of all of our materialist, empirical, speculative, philosophical, material, worldly wise buffoonery. He parted company with the great Plato, who was a spiritualist, a transcendental theologian, as was Pythagoras. These guys were Hermetists. They went to India. They studied the true science that was pure and undefiled. So when Plato became a transcendental scientist and started to go into theology, they parted company. And of course, Aristotle went and founded the Peripatetic school, and this is where all the materialist buffoonery came into the world. And from that moment, we really idolized the materialist philosopher, the speculative philosopher, speculating and wondering about all things and using the material, physical, known world visible to our eyes,
right,
as the center and starting point of all of our wisdom. And so Copernicus did the same thing, really, thinking that mechanical equations, and we can understand this cosmos materially and only materially because there's no spiritual cause. And so what appears to look like spheres in the heavens, we must be living on a sphere, we must be living on a ball. And so everything now is, they get their rulers out and measure everything in their laboratories and do calculations to understand God.